Charles, Oracle, Tim here from Oracle Investments. Well, there were more Form 4 filings yesterday. They came out right after I had finished uploading yesterday's video. So we'll get into those numbers, but at this point, I don't know if it even matters. We were up 7.5% yesterday while Elon was selling. He has one sale left. The stock is already up significantly this morning. I just looked at it, we're up at about 10.22. So honestly, at this point, I don't know if anything is going to pull us back. I think we are on our road to new all-time highs right now. So to update the numbers for all of you, Elon has now acquired through his options 21.3 million shares, and he has sold 14.7 million shares. And so all he has left to sell is just that 934,000 shares. And we talk about it time and time again. A lot of times it comes down to just the clarity, and people needed to know, when will Elon be done? People thought he was done yesterday, and then Elon confirmed when he would be done. So everybody's like, all right, he's going to be done soon. And that's it. Everybody started buying in. So money is starting to pile into the stock. So if you have been holding out to buy, I honestly don't have a crystal ball, but I think the stock's just going to go up. I mean, if he sold and we were up 7.5%, even if he makes another sale, it's going to be a scratch off of the surface, barely even noticeable. So unless something major happens in the macro environment, I think we're just going up from here. And it was a relatively normal, maybe a little bit above normal volume day at about 31 million. And the RSI is right dead smack in the middle at 50. So we're right in a good clean spot for the stock at the moment. And we have broken our downward trend, as many of the other stocks on the market have been doing. So that's a great sign. Now we can build on this and see if we can continue to climb as I am predicting. And just to do a quick recap, and I'll recap again next week once we do finally hit the exact end of the year. But last year we closed at 705.67. This year we are most likely going to close at about a 50% gain. It's not the 740% gain that we had in 2020, but 50% is still significant. And so we did have a lot of highs and lows this year, but in looking back at the way that the pattern of the stock trades, it runs up, hits an all-time high, retraces its steps, and it comes down, and usually when it comes down, that support that it hits is the previous all-time high. Most recently, we had an all-time high of $900, and then we fell back down to $525. Just over 500 was our previous all-time high. We then ran up to $1229, and then we just retraced our steps last week to $900. So this seems to be a pretty steady and solid pattern for Tesla. Looking at that, I see right now with the catalysts we have coming up over the next month, we will most likely hit an all-time high again, and then we'll probably retrace our steps back to that 1229 all-time high that we previously had. And so now the catalysts that are going to drive us up to this new all-time high, we've got approvals for Austin and Berlin most likely coming very, very soon over the next month. We have production numbers going to be coming out of China first week of January, so we'll know those specifically to be able to tie in. We've got the Build Back Better plan got pushed off, which means that a lot of people who are holding back on taking their deliveries because they wanted to take advantage of that tax credit are now up in the air, and they're just going to take their deliveries now. So December numbers, there's a lot of analysts out there who are increasing their delivery expectations because of this. And so we may see a lot more deliveries coming out. RBC has increased their delivery expectations to 285,000 vehicles for Q4. So numbers are all coming up. We're going to be running up into the Q4 earnings and the roadmap, which that to me is going to be a lot of euphoric excitement going into the Q4 earnings. And so it could be a buy the rumor, sell the news, but when it comes to Tesla, that doesn't always come to play out. So I think it's going to be buy the rumor and then buy the news depending on what Elon gives us. And I think he's going to give us a lot of great information we are looking for. And so we may see the stock climb a little bit higher after that as well. And then timing wise, whether we hit the all-time high before earnings or whether it's after, it'll most likely be around the late January, early February timeframe, similar to where we hit the almost $900 last year. And then mid-February, that euphoria is going to kind of waver a little bit. We'll start to peel back. And then the macro environment is going to take over because everybody else is going to have their earnings at that time. We're going to see a lot more information about how everybody else's earnings went, more inflation information, and then interest rates are going to start going up, and we'll get more information about the Build Back Better plan. So I think there's going to be a lot of uncertainty in the market around that February timeframe, and that will bring the stock back down off of its all-time highs. And what those all-time highs are going to be, I do not know. I'm strongly anticipating it being well over 1,200, obviously eclipsing the 1,229 we were previously at. Might go up to 1,400 or 1,500 and then pull back to that 1,200 range. And then it might trade sideways or kind of bleed out a little bit like we did last year and just kind of trickle down, trickle down, trickle down. And from there, I don't know. I'll update at that point. But for the next month, that is really what I'm seeing, what's going to happen with the stock and how it's going to trade. So again, if you're looking for an entry point and you missed that sub 900, may have missed the sub 1,000. I don't know if we're going to retrace back under 1,000. Again, take a step back and think about it. Where do you see Tesla stock going to be in 3, 5, 10 years from now? Are you playing it long term? Because if you are, the stock's going to be, many people are anticipating close to $2,000 by the end of next year, which is, as oracles here, that is our base case for a lot of us. So looking at where the stock is going to be going, does it really matter if you're in at 900 or 1,000? No, just invest in it and hold and let it go. Let me know in the comments below what you think the next all-time high price is going to be and when we are going to hit that. And if you have not already, let me know. Put in the comments what you think the price will be at the end of 2022. Let us know what your price target is. I will add that to the list of the Oracle's price targets so that we can all see where we are at compared to the analysts. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. For any updated information, I am on Twitter. I try to get out everything that I can on there as quickly as possible to keep you guys updated. Otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you later.